The following program contains mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
The one thing I want to add to this is, Merissa, when you first described your experience with a lot of people in the same room, I thought, wow, that's a bit weird. But the more I think about it, the fact that it is in an open space is a lot more reassuring to me than people going into individual rooms where there is much more of the potential for things to go in an untoward direction. Merissa, I want to ask you this because it sounds like you have reservations, but if done in the right way, this can be really helpful. In your opinion, based on the fact that you're a writer, you're a sex educator, you've been to one of these events, if people wanted to do it, how do they make sure they're doing it in a way that's safe for them, whether male or female, quite frankly?
I usually suggest that somebody first consult with a therapist and check with their therapist. It could be a sex therapist, a talk therapist, but somebody who knows they're going, says, okay, we'll talk about it afterwards. If you can't afford therapy, there's hotlines. You could have a friend that you know is aware of your trauma and you say, let's check in before and after, but really putting in a safety net. I mean, the other thing is also there are lots and lots of men who are victims of sexual violence, and God knows what will happen to them also in this practice. There's a lot that's going to come up for anyone when they're redrawing new boundaries.
I think that's really good advice.
Yes.
And Dr. Dow, I think you would even agree with that because your big concern was just going in independently without any safety net. And I'm going to ask you this, Maya. If someone out there right now is watching and they become convinced that this is something they might want to try, and they talk with their therapist and make sure it's A-okay if they have a therapist they trust, how in the world, as an individual, do you find a group that is legitimate?
The best option, I would say, is to learn our online class. The online class walks you through everything, and it has amazing guidance so that you can really explore what the practice is, how it works, how it technically works, how to do it. There's an app for it that you can do with your partner that shows a timer that walks you through the whole process together, and that's the best way to learn.
And Leslie, are you and Kale going back?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Was it in fact a learning experience of sorts?
Exactly.
Okay, well.
I have to say, too, I learned so much from this story. I read the whole book. I was into this practice. It opened up my mind that maybe you could forge more intimacy in your relationship, in your personal life, and I hope that our viewers, can open up their minds, too.
Well, it was a fascinating conversation. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining in. And Kale, thank you for experimenting as well. Merissa, thanks for joining us. We'll have more information on our website.